Welcome back to Storytime with Pappy. This is number 3 of the installment of July 4th, 1995. Shit show, shit burger. Pretty much at that point, one of the worst days of my life. Not the, but one of them. So, anyway, I left off with prick number 1 at the table, grilling me about having prick on a motorcycle. But anyway, prick number 1 at the table, DEA agent, asking me about a customer list and finances, my fiduciary information as to selling marijuana that I grew. And of course, no matter how many times I told him I didn't, that it was personal, the more prickish he became. So prick number 2 comes in, has these bags of marijuana, brown paper bags. I was drying them. So I explained that to both of them. And as I'm trying to get this through prick number 1's head, I hear Officer Danny from the living room call out. Because remember, I got the 2 DEA agents there, and I have 6 unis. So the 6 unis are kind of strolling around the house, taking a look around. It must not have been very busy in Appleton that day. So I got Danny calling me from the living room. Says, "Hey, Johnny," he goes, "what's this hanging out of the VCR?" Now, VCR, for you youngsters, is video cassette recorder. This is all before DVDs and all that other happy horse shit. So we got a tape sticking out, and I said, "Well, what does the label say, Danny?" He says, "Well, it says here, Tonya Harding wedding video." I said, "Well, then it's obviously the Tonya Harding wedding video." Now, for the people who don't know who Tonya Harding is, she was a world-class figure skater, and her and her husband, Jeff Gillooly, hired some goon to smack the shit out of the knees of another up-and-comer named Nancy Kerrigan. So right there, he smacked her knees with a baseball bat. Well, Jeff Gillooly, Tonya Harding's husband, and Tonya got into a world of shit. And when they needed money, plus they ended up with a bad breakup. So Jeff Gillooly, to get money, published, or I think sold it to maybe Bob Guccione from Penthouse. But anyway, sold the footage of Tonya and Jeff fucking and sucking on their wedding night, which she can take a mean hammer. Anyway, so now I got that tape hanging out there. It was a bootleg copy. So Danny says it's a Tonya Harding wedding video, and I go, yeah, whatever. He goes, "Can we watch it?" I said, "Danny, I'm a little busy right now." I said, "I've got, an agent here," I said, "trying to accuse me of selling dope." I said, "I got 6 of you guys walking around." I said, "Do what the fuck you want." I said, "You want to watch it? Go ahead." I said, "Just don't, turn it up too loud." So now I got 6 uniforms watching a fucking suck film of a disgraced world-class figure skater, and I got 2 prick DEA agents trying to put my balls in a vice. And I finally said to prick number 1, I said, "Come on, man." I said, give me a fucking break. I said, "You guys come in here treating it like it's, fucking Medellin or the Cali cartel." I said, because like I said, at first I was pretty scared. Now I'm getting pissed. It's like, give me a fucking break. So he's okay. Well, the second guy, prick number 2, says, "Well, I don't believe that he has, that he's selling them." He goes, "I do see the evidence of him drying out his weed, but I don't, see any evidence of some type of operation." Well, prick number 1 looks at prick number 2 like he's going to skull fuck him. Because I guess prick number 1 thought that I was on the verge of breaking down or something. I don't know what gave him that idea. But anyway, so they pretty much throw that out in the trash. And it's like start collecting their notes. And now I got to stand there in the doorway watching them, the team, hauling out my girls. So I actually did shed a tear. They walked out with 3, gorgeous, gorgeous plants. Buds on them about, 6-7 inches long. Just beautiful. And the shit of this is I was thinking about harvesting a few days before the 4th of July. But I got out of work. I was in a hurry to get up and start partying. I thought I can leave it until after the 4th. I'll come home and harvest. Well, that's to teach you, do not procrastinate. You decide to do something like that, do it fucking now. So anyway, they're walking off with my babies. I'm starting to tear up. And so I asked prick number one, I said, so what now? I said, are you guys taking me in? Do I, what do I do now? I'm a 28-year-old pothead. I didn't fucking know. So he says, no, don't worry, we're not going to take you in. He goes, we're going to bring all your stuff. We're going to take all your paraphernalia, all of your plants and everything that you had, drying. He said, so we're going to clean you out. He says, and then we'll do our report, and whenever the DA gets to it, we'll go from there. So they're all leaving. I finally get all the uniforms out. I'm walking around. Well, now the time that I can use a buzz more than anything, I got fucking nothing. And I'm going, oh, fuck me, man. No fucking pot. I got to go to my mom's house in a couple hours for a cookout. I want to catch a buzz now. So in the meantime, as I'm lamenting this, I get a phone call from my brother, and he says, hey, Johnny, he says, don't forget to bring over the hamburger. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I forgot. I got to bring the hamburger. And every year I bought a half a cow. So I have a chest freezer full of meat. And then it dawned on me. As I'm scoping through, I'm digging through my meat, I find 2 nice, big, beautiful balls of aluminum foil. I start peeling it back, and I remembered that instant I had 1.5 pounds harvested, dried, and frozen, in my freezer. Well, you want to talk about a bittersweet moment. I mean, my heart was crushed. My balls were sticking up in my fucking throat from getting a cowboy boot to the nuts, metaphorically. And now I got 1.5 pounds. So I let out a fucking whoop, did a little dance I know how to fucking do, emptied out a cigarette, filled it with a fucking nice big thing of weed, took a hit, enjoyed the rest of the day. The next day it dawned on me, Johnny, you're fucked. All right, everybody. Bye. Thanks for listening. I'll be back.